In a quaint village, nestled amidst vibrant rice paddies and swaying coconut palms, lived a family of ducks. Among them was Bebeck, a peculiar duckling who stood out from her siblings. While her brothers and sisters were small and yellow, Bebeck was larger and covered in gray feathers. The other ducklings often teased her, pointing out her differences with cruel jests.
"Why are you so different, Bebeck?"
One of her siblings sneered, laughter echoing in the air. Bebeck lowered her head, trying to ignore the laughter that pierced her heart. Bebeck tried to fit in, waddling alongside her siblings, but their constant bullying made her feel more isolated with each passing day. Her mother, who was busy tending to the other ducklings, seemed oblivious to Bebeck's plight. One afternoon, after a particularly harsh round of teasing, Bebeck could take no more. Her heart heavy with sadness, she fled from the farm, her small webbed feet carrying her towards the river that bordered the village. Bebeck reached the riverbank, tears still glistening in her eyes. She sat quietly, watching the water ripple with the gentle breeze, hoping to find solace away from the mocking voices. It was then she noticed a graceful figure gliding across the water. It was Ansa, a magnificent white swan, her feathers shimmering in the sunlight.
"Why so sad, little one?"
Ansa asked in a voice as soothing as the river's flow.
"I'm different and they don't like me,"
Bebeck replied, her voice barely a whisper. Ansa smiled kindly and gestured towards the water.
"Look at your reflection,"
she encouraged. Bebeck hesitated, but then peered into the water, her breath catching as she saw her reflection. No longer was she a gray duckling, but a beautiful swan, her feathers gleaming like Ansa's.
I'm like you,"
Bebeck exclaimed, her heart swelling with a newfound sense of belonging and joy. With the realization of her true identity, Bebeck felt a surge of confidence. She understood that her worth was not defined by the opinions of others, and she was beautiful in her own unique way. Ansa nodded approvingly.
"Remember, young one, beauty comes from within and is reflected in how we treat others,"
she advised. Bebeck gazed at the swan with gratitude, her heart filled with hope for the future. Bebeck returned to the village, her head held high and a smile on her beak. She no longer feared the jeers of her siblings, for she had discovered her inner strength and beauty. The river's lesson, like the gentle flow of its waters, would stay with her forever. As she nestled down for the night, surrounded by the familiar sounds of the farm, Bebeck knew she was ready to embrace her true self, ready to soar as the beautiful swan she was always meant to be.